Good morning. If you'd like to say hi in the chat box and then we know who's arriving, that would be great. Oh, hi, Joe. It's good to see you. How are you? Hi, Chris. Hope you're well. How are people? How are you responding to the heat? I imagine some people like it and some people not quite so much. I've been hiding in the shade, like a bit of a kind of wilting flower. And people enjoying the sunshine and the heat. Morning, Lynn. It's good to see you. Did enjoy our study group on Thursday. It's very rich. Just wait a couple of minutes just to let everyone arrive. Good morning, Sangha K2. Yeah, another hot day already. I hope you're well. So we've just got a few minutes just to wait for people to arrive. So do just get whatever you need to be comfortable. Good morning, Jenny. And if you're all set up, then you can just take a moment to just begin arriving. Good morning, Sarah. I like a balance of sun and sitting in the shade. Yeah, me too. I was mostly in the shades, but I did occasionally kind of pop out every now and then. But it's a little bit too hot for me, which I know it's very English to complain that it's too hot when we get a bit of sun. So yeah, just take the moment just to begin to arrive, just get settled, get comfortable. Just maybe set your intention of how you want to practice this morning. And good morning, Helen. Okay, so it is 7 o'clock, so we'll make a start. So I just wanted to say, just before we start the meditation and before I read the poem, that this is going to be my last led meditation on a Monday morning. I started doing this with Shakipada as we went into lockdown, just to kind of connect with people online. And I suppose the most important thing is how much I've really appreciated leading the meditations and kind of meeting people online with their little chat messages that pop up, and that online Sangha that's kind of began then and kind of evolved really. And I have really appreciated it and really felt quite connected, particularly because I think when you're leading meditation, you need to kind of reflect on your own practice to be able to lead from where you are. So it's been quite insightful for me too, as well as the actual practice that we come together on a morning. But it's kind of over a year later, and I'm not kind of full time at home working from home as we were right at the very beginning. I'm kind of back out at work 4 days a week. Good morning, Marianne. So this is my kind of one day off, if you like. And I made the difficult decision, as much as I like to lead meditation and for meditation to be my kind of anchor in my practice, to have this as a kind of solitary retreat day, just to be completely spacious. So I decided that, yeah, this was going to be my last one that I was going to lead. And I'm just quite curious, really, just to see what evolves out of finishing and what kinds of emerges in the space, if you like, not literally in terms of 7 o'clock on a Monday morning, but just what kinds of emerges when I do less and less, which is kind of what I need to do for my practice, really, create more space and create more solitary spaces and more simplicity. Yeah, so I just wanted to say kind of thank you for everyone who supported me along the way and turned up. And the beautiful, beautiful Alex will be taking over from me on a Monday. So at no point will you be at a loss. Quite the opposite. You'll have lovely, lovely meditations from Alex instead. So that's just to bring you up to date with what's happening and why. So do get into your meditation posture, whatever's going to serve you this morning. And I'll start with a poem. Well, it's not a poem, actually, it's a reading to be clear. So it's a reading by Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche, which I have read before, and it's one of my kinds of favourite readings because it's something that reminds me to unhook from the thoughts of the mind and not believe all those stories that I tell myself that causes me suffering, and to not get quite caught up. So just allow this to kind of just wash over you, just to flow into your being. See if it kind of percolates through during the meditation. So Thoughts in the Mind by Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche. Like waves, all the activities of this life have rolled endlessly on, one after the other. Yet they have left us feeling empty-handed. Myriads of thoughts have run through our minds, each one giving birth to many more. But what they have done is to increase our confusion and dissatisfaction. When we closely examine the ordinary habits that underlie whatever we do and try to discover where they come from, we find that their very source is our failure to investigate them properly. We operate under the deluded assumption that everything has some sort of true, substantial reality. But when we look more carefully, we find that the phenomenal world is like a rainbow, vivid and colourful, but without any tangible existence. When a rainbow appears in the sky, we see many beautiful colours. Yet a rainbow is not something we can clothe ourselves with or wear as an ornament. There is nothing we can take hold of. It is simply something that appears to us through the conjunction of various conditions. Thoughts arise in the mind in just the same way. They have no tangible reality or intrinsic existence at all. There is therefore no logical reason why thoughts should have such power over us, nor any reason why we should be enslaved by them. Mind is what creates both samsara and nirvana, yet there is nothing much to it. It is just thoughts. Once we recognize that thoughts are just empty, the mind will no longer have the power to deceive us. But as long as we take our thoughts as real, they will continue to torment us mercilessly, as they have been doing through countless past lives. To cut through the mind's clinging, it is important to understand that all appearances are void, like the appearance of water in a mirage. Beautiful forms are of no benefit to the mind, nor can ugly forms harm it in any way. Sever the ties of hope and fear, attraction and repulsion, and remain in equanimity in the understanding that all phenomena are nothing more than projections of your own mind. So just closing our eyes or lowering our gaze. Just taking a few deeper breaths. Just a signal to our body and mind that we're here to practice present, aware. And just follow the breath just to help us tune in to our direct experience, to come out of the mind, out of the thoughts. And just choose an in-breath that feels right. You just follow down deep into the body and turn your attention inwards. Just follow it all the way down the points of contact and the sitting bones with the cushion, the ground beneath. And just keep placing your attention there, on the points of contact and the sensations as your body meets the ground. And just imaginatively bring to mind the ground beneath that we can just let go of our weight to. Just allow gravity to do its thing. And just bring to mind that vast open space beneath us that can really hold us. So we don't need to hold ourselves right now. And just evoke the qualities of the grounds beneath for ourselves. Solid, spacious, reliable. You can sit upon the earth like the Buddha with his earth-touching mudra. Just be grounded, present and aware. And just stay there for a few minutes. Maybe even just bringing our attention to a meter beneath where we're actually sitting, just to really get a sense of the depth beneath us. It just pulls our awareness down and out of the head, out of our thoughts and our busy mind. Almost like we're pushing away from the shore being our thoughts. We can just set sail away from them as we set our intention to practice this morning together. So then just taking your awareness to your lower back, just noticing the sensations of the lower back. You can use the in-breath to tune in, the out-breath to just let go of any holding, any tension, any tightness. As we work round the body with this focused awareness, we come to any parts of the body that feel dull. You can use the breath to just ignite the sensations, just breathe life into that area. So just then slowly sweep your awareness up the natural curve of the spine to the mid-back. Just notice if you can sense the heart center at the back of the body here. And just at a pace that feels right for you, just moving your awareness up to the top of the back and just sliding the shoulder blades down the back. Just gently moving the shoulders away from the ears. And just inviting your back and the top of your back, your shoulders just to relax. Just relax with each out breath. Just to soften. Just letting go of whatever tension we can right here and now. So just taking in the whole of the back. Use the breath, the in-breath to just ride down the spine. Just using the out-breath just to let go and relax. So we just keep arriving in the body, sensations of the body. And just our direct experience of what's really happening, as opposed to an idea of what we think might be happening. Ideas that we place on top of experience. Let's just invite ourselves to just be with experience directly as it is. So just sweeping your attention up the back of the neck. Just tucking the chin in slightly so we can have that stretch into the base of the skull. And we can just make any subtle adjustments here to the posture as we're just noticing if we've got that upright posture. The head gently poised at the top. Just noticing the sensations of the scalp as we sweep our attention over our heads. And just notice the space around the head. If we're sat up, the crown of our head is reaching up to the blue sky. And we do have the blue sky right now. We can just take a really deep breath here as we really just invite into our awareness how vast, how infinite that blue sky is. It's just symbolic of our blue sky mind, how infinite our consciousness can be. If we just come into the body, out of our habitual thoughts, and just relax and open to what's really here. We might just want to experiment with having a slight smile as we just sit to meditate, because what's here is really beautiful, really spacious, just infused with loving kindness. If we just open to it, just relax our bodies. Just turning your attention to your face and just soften your face. Softening the brow from any frowning. Temples from any tension. And just imagine sliding your eyebrows apart. Eyes soft behind the sockets. And just as we stay with the face, we can just notice what's coming in through the senses. Even with our eyes closed, we can just still see light and shades, colours perhaps, patterns. You can take a breath in through the nostrils. We might have a sense of smell, taste in the mouth, any sounds coming in through the ears. And just take your awareness down your throat, into the chest area. Again, just move the shoulders back just to invite that sense of space across the chest. Drop your awareness into your heart center and just ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? And just breathe in with whatever's here, not wanting anything to be different, not leaving anything out. Just the breath is inherently kind, and we can just breathe with whatever's arising right now. Any sense of joy, pleasurable sensations or experience, just basking that. And just breathe alongside anything that's tender or difficult, as we'd sit alongside our friend if they were troubled. We can do that for ourselves. Just maybe even place a hand there if we want that sense of touch. Bring in that sense of touch to one of our senses. And just stay here as long as we need to. Otherwise, we can sweep our awareness down the vibrational, energetic qualities we might feel in our arms and our hands. Just notice how we're holding our hands, that we're not gripping. Just soft, relaxed. Maybe even open our hands. Maybe turn the palms of our hands over. An open-handed mudra, open-handed for generosity. And just notice what effect that has on the body. Just a sense of openness to what's here. and just out through the fingers, noticing that vibrational, energetic quality we can notice in our fingers, sense of warmth. And just take a deeper breath in and drop your awareness down into your belly. And start by softening your belly. Just allow it to be as full as it is. Just letting go of any holding. Just see if we can find that place of stillness in the belly, in the hara. It's just beneath the belly button, just in the center of the body. And just see if we can keep pulling our awareness into the belly. Like the center of our being, where we can feel quite grounded, like an anchor. Whatever else is happening on the surface that might be a bit turbulent. Just pull our awareness down into the deeper depths of our belly, where it's still. And just stay there as long as you need to. Before we move to the strong muscles of the thighs. And just see if we can keep letting go in the legs. And often have to keep relaxing in the legs as meditators, where it can be this sense of holding on. And we just relax and soften the muscles of the thighs, just sweeping down and taking in the knees, both the tops of the knees and behind, down the calves, and just taking in the ankles, the top of the feet, toes, and the soles of the feet. And we can even just imaginatively take a breath up through the soles of our feet and into the whole of our body. Almost as if we're taking in energy from the earth. Almost just notice that sense of aliveness and connection as we breathe in through the soles of the feet, as we invigorate our bodies. So now we can just take a broader awareness of the whole of the body. So just panning back, like a camera taking a wider lens to take in the 360-degree awareness of the breathing body. Its ever-changing sensations, And just see if you can sweep and scan the body for any pleasurable sensations and just see if you can dwell there. So that might just be a sense of warmth, the hands, maybe a tingling vibrational quality of the arms. Maybe a sense of relaxation in the muscles. Maybe that sense of expansion across the chest and the heart area as we just open up. So however subtle, just find that sense of pleasure or joy and just being still. And that experience of the body when we just stop, become embodied. And just really mark it, just really notice and mark it. The qualities of a calm body and mind that we can just return to at any point of the day. And just really bring to mind the other people practicing this morning to just really get a sense of connection between us all. So we're present with each other. Sense of connection and support with each other's practice. So I'll just read again thoughts in the mind. Just allow it to just drop into your body whilst you're in your meditation and that sense of absorption. So like waves, all the activities of this life have rolled endlessly on, one after the other. Yet they have left us feeling empty-handed. Myriads of thoughts have run through our mind, each one giving birth to many more. But what they have done is to increase our confusion and dissatisfaction. When we closely examine the ordinary habits that underlie whatever we do and try to discover where they come from, we find that their very source is our failure to investigate them properly. We operate under the deluded assumption that everything has some sort of true substantial reality. But when we look more carefully, we find that the phenomenal world is like a rainbow, vivid and colourful, but without any tangible existence. When a rainbow appears in the sky, we see many beautiful colours. Yet a rainbow is not something we can clothe ourselves with or wear as an ornament. There is nothing we can take hold of. It is simply something that appears to us through the conjunction of various conditions. Thoughts arise in the mind in just the same way. They have no tangible reality or intrinsic awareness at all. There is therefore no logical reason why thoughts should have such power over us, nor any reason why we should be enslaved by them. Mind is what creates both samsara and nirvana, yet there is nothing much to it. It is just thoughts. Once we recognize that thoughts are just empty, the mind will no longer have the power to deceive us. But as long as we take our thoughts as real, they will continue to torment us mercilessly, as they have been doing through countless past lives. To cut through the mind's clinging, it is important to understand that all appearances are void, like the appearance of water in a mirage. Beautiful forms are of no benefit to the mind, nor can ugly forms harm it in any way. Sever the ties of hope and fear, attraction and repulsion, and remain in equanimity in the understanding that all phenomena are nothing more than projections of your own mind. So do sit on if that's available to you and something you'd like to do. And just to say hello to Shobit and Helen that joins just as we began. So I just want to say a huge thank you and a huge appreciation to everyone who's been turning up on a Monday morning to support me leading the Monday morning meditations for just a year and a half. I think it's been an absolute pleasure for me and a real kind of learning journey, if you like. But as I say, I'm just going to finish today just to see what opens up in the space when I do nothing on a Monday. So, but you will have the beautiful, beautiful Alex, who is delightful and who we appreciate joining the York Centre team very much so and leading the Monday morning meditations. So go well, everybody. I send you lots of love and I hope to see you at Sanganai and at other meetings as we come together to practice. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.